Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Thursday, January 2nd, the first day of trading for 2025, and the heat map's actually all green here, which is very nice to see. Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla are all green, and Apple is just barely up. So they are looking pretty decent this morning to bounce back up. We thought they probably would. Again, they could still stair step down a little bit in the next few days and going in the next week and then really get popping. But we'll see how they look today as they try to pop back up off of them couple red selling days there at the end of 2024. So let's go ahead and look and see what's going on this morning and what's going to be popping. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Let's go ahead, look at our Jolie's jumpers and hop right into everything. I know crypto's looking good this morning, so we'll see what's going on here. AEI, that's one we were looking at here, and that's up $1.40. AEI. Someone mentioned this last night, and it is rolling 190 to 290 this morning. It's at 242, and it's looking pretty good up there. So it got into the top. We'll see if it can continue to stay up into the top and run some more. But there you go, AEI. That one's popping. Let's look at good old Agrify, AGFY, and see what it's doing. It looks like it's probably trying to base out. Maybe it'll try to dip a little bit more down to that 50, which is a $24 area, and then it's going to get curling back up. So that's AGFY, Agrify, AMBO. Let's see what that's doing this morning. AMBO Education Holdings, and that one's just pulling back there, but it did run up. Let's see. Yeah, that was running up the last few days. Looks like it's just kind of pulling back there. It's at 239. We'll have to see if that's trying to what that's up to. AMBO. Let's see. BDMD. BDMD. This one shot up there on Tuesday. And let's see. BDMD. And like I said, New Year's Eve, 123 to 935. And then today, it looks like 550 to 571 and came down into the 490s, 497s where it's at. So there you go with BDMD. That one was cruising around. Good old Blink, BLNK. This one's going to get set up back down here. It did start to run up the other day on right after Christmas, and then it's pulling back, but it is getting to be in a good spot right there. It's at 141, and it will start to get moving relatively soon again on BLNK, and that's Blink CMCT. CMCT. Here we go. Creative Media and Community Trust. And that thing is kind of cruising up there. Let's look at it. CMCT. And that is today's date, 37 to 58. It's back to 28. So I was looking to see what the heck it was doing, but it did run up there and it already pulled back. So there you go. It's CMCT. And again, they run up fast sometimes and come back down fast. And that one hit the 50, and it just seems like it was coming right back down right there. COEP. Let's see, this one has popped up there, and it was running up the other day. It did on New Year's Eve. It ran 290 to 968. Today it went 642 to 672. It's at 624 right now. So that is COEP. And let's see what CRIS is doing. We've been looking at it. It's up 64 cents. We were checking it out last night, breaking it down. And let's see, it is shot up there this morning. There you go, early morning people on Web Bull, 424 to 589. It's at 370 already. So there you go with CRIS. It did run this morning. We were looking at it. And there you go, DJT. It should be up. It's just flat right now on here, but it should try to crawl back up, I would assume, right there. So I thought it might want to. I mean, it could do anything, but it's sitting right on that 50. It's in that channel. I have a feeling it is going to try to get curled back up. And like I said, the market is green today to start the new year, and we'll see if it can stay that way. That would be nice. DXYZ. This thing's up $1.48. And it's going to try to get cruising. So DXYZ, see if it dips anymore. New Year's Eve, that could have been its bottom at 57.50. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And it is setting up to get cruising again. And that's at DXYZ. PAVS, let's see. PAVS. That one has jumped up. It's staying in the top up here, curled right back up in there. And it did run on New Year's Eve, 129 to 258. And this morning, 132 to 181. It's at 148 right now. And again, that one's pretty set up, jumped up, looks good, and it's in the top there. So that one could be a runner, PAVS. Rivian, this one was pulling back a little bit. Let's see what it's doing right here. If it's moving yet, I don't know if it's even moving yet. Rivian, it is 1346 to 1350. It's sitting at 1350. So we'll see if it tries to curl back up, and that's RIVN Rivian. And good old Sezzle, SEZL. And this one might not be moving yet, but it's going to, and it's going to be a good run. So keep an eye on the Sezzle because it's going to be a good one right there. And that one is SEZL. LMT. I just want to see what Lockheed Martin's doing. It's down a little bit this morning and getting set up really good. So watch this LMT Lockheed Martin. What's this say? That's just still on mine. It's just New Year's Eve date, and on the FinViz it does say January 2nd. So we'll have to see how LMT opens up. It's not really doing much yet. I just wanted to throw that in there. Sterling STRL. Let's see what good old Sterling Infrastructure is up to. This thing's going to start curling back up. Looks like the bottom was this Monday, and STRL could be a good one to keep an eye on. We'll check it out. VR, AR, this thing was moving the other day. Let's see if it's continued to move here. VR, AR. And let's see, it did on today. It looks like it is up a little bit. Let me take a look. And that is today's date, 293 to 329. It's at 287. So it did run up and pulled back. VR, AR. And there you go with our Jolie's jumpers. We do have VSME. Let me look at this one. VSME. Verse Media Holdings, and this one does look like it is moving this morning. Let's see. It did move this morning. It ran on Tuesday as well, 116 to 245, and then today 223 to 270. It's at 187. So VSME did run up there. It's in the top, so keep an eye if it can get a push again. And there you go at your Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate it. And that's our first Joe Lee's jumpers list of 2025. So there you go. And let's look at our laptop lowdowns real quick. We'll jump right into them. And here's a couple of them right here. ADTX. Let's see what that's up to. And we've been watching it. It looks like it's trying to get moving still. And we were way early on it. And now, like I said, it is trying to set up and it has to get up a little bit more here. So we'll keep an eye on this ADTX, but it is looking much better. And like I said, we've been looking at it so for a while. And it finally started to curl up there. AFMD. Let's see what this one's doing. This is another one that's starting to set up here. Let's see if it's doing anything this morning. AFMD. It is not doing anything this morning, according to mine or on FinViz. So, but that one's a great setup. Look at that. Good old DM desktop metal. This one's getting set up. It's going to start curling up right here. So keep an eye on this. It's just starting to. It looks like it all bottomed out down there. Around that 221 was probably its bottom. And you're at 233. So keep an eye on DM and FAAS. Let's see. This one was starting to cruise up there at the top, bouncing back a little, but it could be setting back up. And it does look like it is setting back up. So keep an eye on this to kind of rebound and start running back up a little bit. FAAS, KXIN. Let's see. It is just a little flat right there. It ran around last week. Let me take a look at this KXIN. See what it's doing this morning. It is down here at 151. Tuesday it ran 211 to 250 and then closed at 151. So it just kind of opened up. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And so yeah, it just kind of opened where it closed on KXIN, but that one could be a really good one as well. I'll have to keep my eye on that bad boy right there, KXIN. MGOL, we looked at this last night, and it is starting to move a little bit. It is way down there in the basement. MGOL, and it will get curling up, so keep an eye on that one. QTTB. Let's see, that Q32 bio, we've been looking at this, and QTTB is getting curled up, guys. That 20 is way up here at 922. So it has a lot of room it can run. So just a little bit of a pop up out of the basement could be pretty big for it. QTTB. And good old So Good SOWG is just kind of flat right there. SOWG, So Good. And this one is at 216, 204 this morning, it looks like. And it doesn't look like it's doing anything, so it must have closed. It did at 204 on Tuesday, so we'll see what it wants to do. So Good SOWG. And there you go for your laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Let me know what you guys want to see right here. And let me go ahead. I'm going to look at crypto. It's looking great this morning. We were looking at it last night. It started to set back up. Bitcoin's back to 96,740 something. And let's see if this thing works today. No, I don't know what's going on. Like all the charts on my app are just total. It's like they reset the charts. I have to check this out and see. I didn't look at the chart part this morning. I was just looking at the prices, and I have no idea what's up with that, but I'll just run through them and then I can go on my charts and look at them real quick. But Bitcoin's at 96,738, Ethereum's at 3,475. Ripple's at $2.40. Solana's at 208. I told you that wanted to get moving. That's way up this morning, up $18 there. Cardano's at 97, wants to get cruising. Doge back to 34. And let's see, Chainlink's at 22. What's Bonk doing this morning? Bonk was way up. Remember, I told you Bonk wanted to run as well. Bonk was up over 10% right now. So from pretty much last night, I would say. And I have no idea. Oh, wait, let me see something. Did I push something on here? Did it reset itself? Let me see if it's. I have no idea. I have to look at this thing. That's driving me nutty because them charts were great. I loved them. So, but Bonk is way up and WIF is up this morning too. I already saw that one. So WIF, where is it? And that one's up 14% to 204. So remember yesterday I said if you want one that's down, I'm about to run that one. And yeah, crypto is looking great, guys. I got to figure out what's up with these charts on this app though, because I do like them and it makes it easy. If not, I'll just run through them each day on my charts. Not the end of the world, but like I said, it just makes it really easy on there. Anyway, Bitcoin, yeah, is starting to curl up, hitting that. They should be the 10 and the what was it? The 10 and the 30. So it should be hitting that 30 and getting cruising up there. So yeah, we should start to see crypto moving, and we thought so last night as well, and been watching that. So I think we're about to get that another nice run up here starting this 2025. So that's nice right there. Let's go ahead and look at the market, see what's going on with that. And like I said, it is pretty green. The only one that's kind of not way up is Apple, and it's just barely up. Let's look at the SPY. That's up 592 and it hitting the 50 up here. So we'll have to see if it can get through. Like I said, it's down, way down. So it could easily start to curl up and have a really nice run come up. So that's what the SPY looks like. And let's look at Apple AAPL. It is up 18 cents. It's sitting right there on that 20. And it's just kind of pulled back, but like I said, it is up a little bit. I could see it getting curled up today and get cruising. Apple. Let's look at Amazon. Let's see, it's up 349. And this one is trying to curl back up. It's not even back up to the 20. So we'll have to see if it is curling back up or if it's going to pull back a little bit more soon. Google is up 215. And this thing is curling back up there at 192. At least it's trying to. Like I said, it's still crossed through going down. We'll have to see if it actually tries to curl back up and look really good. If not, they're just going to stair step down a little bit more. Meta's doing the same thing. It is on that support line. It's up 8.45 today, $8.45. Meta, it's at 593 and looking pretty decent for a nice pop. And like I keep saying, Zuck has something going on there, and it looks like it again. Microsoft is popped up there a little bit, $6.15. Maybe that Tuesday was its bottom down here at that 420.66. We knew it was going to get down there, and I said look for that 417 area. We'll have to see. Maybe it tries to pull back a little bit more, but it is curling up there for Microsoft, MSFT, and good old Nvidia is up, and this one's looking great, guys. I'm telling you, this thing's going to get popping, so keep your eye on Nvidia right there because it is looking really good. So there you go with Nvidia. Let's look at Intel. That one was looking really good. It's up 25 cents. It's curling up, looking sweet this morning. How about Exxon Mobil? That's up 88 cents. And remember, we said this one was looking good. It's at 108. And that bottom, we even knew where it was. It was at 104. So there you go for Exxon Mobil. That's cruising up there. And how about Disney? It was starting to set up. It's up 42 cents and looks like it wants to curl back up there. So keep your eye on Disney. How about good old Dell? That's up $1.58 back to 116. And let's see, Dell, like I said, looks like it's really good and wants to get popping. So I wouldn't be surprised if Dell gets flying right there. And Nike is setting up really good, like we were saying last night. That's up $7, or that's up 51 cents to 76.18. So there you go at Nike. And what else do we want to look at real quick? I'm just curious what that yin and the yang are doing. The yin is way down, and it was getting set up. Maybe it is popping down, pulling down, and the yang is popping up. So, like I said, they both wanted to go up, but the yin does look a little bearish now. So there you go for your yin and your yang. Let's take a look and see what you guys want to look at this morning. Let's see. Oxy's looking strong. It sure is. Like I said, up 57 cents. I'm pretty sure Buffett just got into it. I told you guys it was setting up. That bottom was back here at 45. It's at 49. And yeah, that oil and gas is looking good right there. Let's look at good old Holo. What's it doing? It's up $1.30 again. It looks like it wants to bounce back into the top some more. So I'm impressed. Even if you locked in your profits when it was up at 925, I wouldn't be upset if it were in back up there because it was coming out of that top. It did catch that line and pop back up. We'll see how far it wants to run. Good luck, Luis Rodriguez. And yeah, it's up 25%. And like I said, could be bouncing back up in there. Let's see, SVMH. This one was looking good. It did run up there on New Year's Eve. Let's see what it's doing here. SVMH. Come on. Pull it up here. Let me try it again. SVMH. I don't know why I don't want to pull up on mine, but let's just look at it on here. It says it's up like over 2.5%, and it looks like it's trying to get cruising up there. There you go. And 5 to 6 and down to 4. I'll look at it. It does look like it's like just stair stepping its way up. So I'll keep an eye on that for you. Barbara will look at SVMH, but it does look pretty decent. It looks like it's trying to get back into that top. Gets into that top, it's going to really run up there. So there you go for that one. Let's see. NVIDIA, I'm telling you, NVIDIA is getting set up right here. It's at 136. You're saying 141. I agree. Anything over that 140 is going to bounce, and it's going to do it. Watch. It's definitely set up right there. NVIDIA is looking too good. Let's hit the other semiconductors real quick. AVGO. That's a 591 hitting that line. If that rolls off that MACD, that's getting cruising, guys. So keep an eye on that one. MU, this one's up $1.28, looking pretty decent to try to get running now. It's getting set up finally. And that one did take that nice dip off the earnings. That's why we don't like earnings. TSM, that Taiwan Semiconductors bouncing off that hard line. It did cross through coming down. I'll have to take a look and make sure that this one really wants to get moving there. And SMCI, that's up 47 cents and trying to curl up, but again, not definitely curling up. So we'll keep an eye on that one as well. And let's look at AMD. That's up $1.59. This one's another one that looks good. It looks real good, actually, AMD. So keep an eye on that one for sure. AMD in the video looking really good right now. There you go with them. And how about QCOM? That one's up 236. I'm telling you, this one looks really good. How about that ARM? That's up $1.27. I think that might have bottomed out there after that lawsuit there on New Year's Eve. That could be its bottom at 123. It's at 125 right now for ARM. And let's look at what else do we have? Intel, we already looked at, so that would be all of them. But INTC is up 26 cents and looking good there. So there you go with them. And like I said, the market's up. It's all green. It's a beautiful look right there. And let me see what else you guys want to see here. Holo is on a rocket rip right there. I'd agree. It is curling back up, and it's staying in the top. So when they stay up there, you know they like to run, and they like to run good. FFIE is trying to curl back up here. It did run up on New Year's Eve, and what did it get up to? That 510. It looks like it's trying to curl back up and stay back up there. So I agree with that one. And that U, I know we were talking about U. It's at Unity. And let's see, it's up $2.05. We were looking at it last night. It was trending. It jumped right up onto that 20 and looks like it wants to get cruising, guys. So keep an eye on this Unity thing. U, it's the letter U. It's looking really good right there. So there you go with that one. And let's see, Bitcoin's up right there. That looks beautiful. And let's see what else. Oh, yeah, GITS. Somebody wanted to see GITS. King something. I didn't even see what it said, but King somebody. And Global Interactive Technologies. Let's see. That one looks like it's pulling back there. I know we had looked at it last week. Didn't it run up a little bit right before Christmas? It was running a little bit. It's just kind of pulling back at the moment. 27 down to 24. It's at 25 right now. It's in that channel still, so we'll have to see if it can bounce. I think it's probably going to try to, but it could pull back a little bit more right there. GITS. So yeah, look for a little more pullback, and then it should try to get set back up right there. Let's see what else we're looking at up here. Anybody else? W wants to see AVXL. Let's look at it. AVXL right here. Anavex Life Sciences Corp. And this thing's curling back up, so it looks pretty healthy today. And to start the 2025, that's exactly what we want to see, because you know we're going to be crushing this market. And I'm telling you, keep your eye on the NVIDIA, I said, and AMD, because they're looking really good right there for your big cappers and your option plays. And we already know Lockheed Martin was looking good. Sezzle's looking really good. And like I said, Lockheed Martin's up 86 cents now. Sezzle, SEZL, that one's getting set up right there, and it's looking pretty decent. So keep your eye on that one. What is it? NOC, that Northrop Grumman. That's up 231. We were looking at it. That's a Luis Rodriguez special right there. That one wants to run. So there's a bunch of them looking great right there. Dell wants to get back up there. Call option time. I agree with Dell. That one's looking really good. And so a lot of them looking good to start the 2025. That's what we want to see, of course. And we want to get cruising. Let's see what's going on the scanner CMCT, and that CGBS is run up here. That Crown LNG Holdings. We've looked at that. That SVMH and REVB is ran up there. We just looked at it. REVB. It's up over 100% right there. So there you go at REVB, and that AEI is run up. VRME and ORIS, we added this to the list. It's up $1.43. Look at it last night. We just looked at it. ORIS. And this thing shot up over 100% maybe. 225 to 321. Yeah, it was way up there today. So look at that one. ORIS. That's another popper we were on. EYEN. Just a little bit of pullback. Let me take a look at it right here, because it did run up on Tuesday and a little bit of pullback. So it could just be healthy. We'll keep an eye on that one. I and CRKN. Let's look at that. That's trying to move up there. And XTIA, just a little bit of pullback here. And I'm telling you, this thing I think is going to try to get rolling with the aerospace and defense. And how about all that craziness that was going on yesterday? And I think it was like two ex-military people that did it. It's kind of crazy, very crazy. So I was just reading about the Vegas incident, and that one's wild too. So both of them are crazy. LAES, that's coming down. Let's see, that FFIE is up at the top. Let's see what else catching my eye. That's B Hat. That one was run up, and them RGTI. I think them guys might come down a little bit. Let me just see if the volume, anything crazy's going on over here on this side. Let's just look real quick. Do OST. That thing's run up big time right there. ALCE, Alice, she's running up. That's what it looks like. ALCE. That's at Alternus Clean Energy. There you go. That one's popped up over 100%. That one we were definitely looking at. That CMCT, REVB, like I said, we were definitely just looking at that. That CRIS. And let's see what else is going on here. ORIS is another one we picked out. And let's see anything catching my eye. Hook, HOOK, could be hooking up there. Let me see. It's trying to, so keep an eye on that. HOOK, it's trying to hook up there. TNMG, this one looks interesting right here. And so does ADGM. So let's look at that. Let's look at these two real quick. TNMG looks like almost like a shell company right there. It says communication services in Japan, and it looks like it wants to get cruising for some reason. TNMG, let me see. Yeah, keep your eye on that bad boy, guys. TNMG, that one looks really good right there. And what was the other one I said was ADGM, and that's starting to crawl up. It's up today. It looks like ADMG, or I'm sorry, ADGM, and it is up this morning, 108 to 151. It's at 150 right now and looks pretty good. So keep your eye on that. ADGM. So there you go on the scanner right there. And let me see anybody else. Rhyme. Let's look at RIME and see what that's doing this morning. RIME. And that one is trying to cruise back up there. It did run. It was in a good spot on Tuesday. Let's just take a look. RIME. And yeah, I think Rhyme is looking good to get rhyming and go up a little more there. So I like that one. And there you go with them bad boys. I think we covered everything there. Let me take a look and see what's going on the stock twits and the news stories. It just says stock market rally scores a hat trick. I'm just looking through to see. It doesn't really say anything crazy. So let's just take a look and see what's going on stock twits, and I'll let you know what's happening over here. Here we go. All right, what is trending at AVXL? Sophie is down. Let's see if it's going to be pulling back. It's down 22 cents. It could be, but again, I'd be very careful with these things. That's Sophie, and the other one that gets all crazy there. What is it? PLTR. What's that doing this morning? Yeah, that thing looks like it's trying to hook back up off that 20. So Sophie could be pulling back a little bit. PLTR is right back up $1. So like I said, you got to be careful with them bad boys for sure. What else? There's a bunch of coins that are. How about that WULF? It did pull back the other day, and I think it bottomed out right there at that 509, and it's at 586. I'm pretty sure it was Jennifer Lee that had us look at Wolf and Wolf, and that the Terror Wolf is looking good. Let's look at the other Wolf because it looked like it wanted to have some wolf speed there. Let's take a look. WOLF, if I could spell it, wolf speed. It's up 16 cents, and I'm telling you what, this thing's getting set up, guys. So keep an eye on Wolf and Wolf. That's WOLF and WULF, but WOLF is looking pretty good, getting set up right there. So keep an eye on that. Can you guys hear me? Let me see. Did I hit anything? Can you guys still hear me? I did just kind of pull away from the mic right there, but Wolf and Wolf are looking really good there. WOLF looks like it wants to get up to wolf speed. WULF is moving up right there. And again, Terror Wolf is looking good. We were looking at it the other day. Jennifer Lee pointed them bad boys out. So there you go with that. And let's just see. Looks, it sounds better. Thank you, Laptop Travel. Thank you. Yeah, I have to make sure, like, if I don't talk right into the phone and the mic, like lean into it, that's when you definitely hear that pullback, or like when I start like dipping out the sound. And that one day when it was doing it, I realized because I went back and watched it. So that's why I try to make sure I like lean in and talk right into it directly and nice and loud so that you guys can hear. So yeah, if I tend to do that. Thank you very much for pointing that out to me, because I was leaning back and trying to look at the phone and talk at the same time. I got to kind of lean back, look at the phone, and then see what's going on, and then start talking into it so that you guys can hear. My bad about that. But yeah, Wolf and Wolf looking really good right there. Let me see what else is going on the stock twits over here. Let's see. NEHC, let's see what that's doing. NEHC, New Era Helium. There you go. That was definitely a Laptop Travel specialty there. That thing's run way up there the last few days. Holy cow, we were looking at it in the 260s. It's at 7 something right now. So there you go at NEHC. That one's run way up there. BDMD looks like it's way down. Let's see what that's up to. Yeah, it's just pulling back out of the top. It's just trending for whatever reason here. And yeah, it's just kind of pulling back. I'll have to take a look at that. Not sure why it's even trending. And Bonk is on there. Let's see. QS. Let's see that Quantum Scape. That thing's trying to curl back up. We'll keep an eye on that bad boy. It's going to be pretty good right there. And Bank of America, BAC, looks like it wants to get set up and moving. So a lot of them looking good this morning and to start the 2025. So that's a beauty. And again, the market's just green. Apple's the only one that's barely up, and it is up. So the other ones are really shot up there. So we are looking good right there. And what else? I think that's it. What's WFC? I don't even know. Oh, Wells Fargo. So the banking industry is looking really good right now. So keep an eye on the banking industry. I'll go through that and take a look and see what's going on with the banks. And we'll pick out them poppers because they're definitely setting up right there. PANW, that Palo Alto Networks. This one's going to get set up. It looks like it bottomed out there on Tuesday at that 181. It's at 184. That looks pretty good right there. Luis Rodriguez to start curling back up. So I would say PANW, good look right there for sure. And there you go. I would say we're looking good for our first trading day for 2025. Looking pretty solid right now. Let's keep this momentum and we'll be in good shape right here. So there you go, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to our first pre-market of 2025. And like I said, it's a beauty. It's all green. I don't see anything really red on there. So that looks really good. And thank you, everyone, Laptop Travel, for all your help. And Asian Jolie, thank you for your Jolie's jumpers. Winter Mutant W. Luis Rodriguez, thank you for everything. Sending in a lot of great ones. And East Coast Beach Girl, Tommy Bong, Pre-Chan, Sherry, Valeria, and J. Dot, Lloyd Sense, how are you? Tesserine, Randy, who is that? Michelle or something, I think it is. Dark Horse and Barbara. And Hughes on there and Chef Saucy. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. As always, let me know what you guys are looking at today. If you want to see anything, I'll be around trading. The market looks beautiful, and we're about to kick this 2025 off and crush this market. So I'm excited. So there we go. Let's start locking in those profits and trading smart. So have a great day. Goodbye. Good luck. And I see you guys later. Let me know if you want to see anything. Have a great day, everybody.